Hello, my name is Keith. I'm a musician and inventor. I invented this musical instrument called the glide. I'll turn the lights on. There you go, with lights. And I wanted to make a video showing a little bit about how I'm actually playing this new drum mode. And it sounds like this. First of all, people had asked me what the setup is. So it's running, you notice it's wireless except for the two wires connected to the controllers. And it's running on this guy over here. It's just a cheapo 2015 MacBook Air, and I'm doing Bluetooth to GarageBand. Actually, I'm gonna record the MIDI so it'll sound better. Okay. All right, so. Sorry, coming off of cold. So the basics. Here's how it works. I've got 3 buttons on this controller. There's a button on the back also. And then I've got 2 buttons on this controller that I'm using. So this button here is a kick drum, this one is a snare drum, and this one is cymbals, and this one on the back is toms. Whenever I hold down a button, it doesn't just make a note, I actually have to make the note with my right hand, so like that. Same thing with the snare. And then with cymbals, it actually depends on the angle over here. So that was hi-hats, closed hi-hat, open hi-hat, and then ride cymbal and crash cymbal. I actually really like the drums on GarageBand, and this is one of the reasons why. The crash cymbal, if you just play it softly, it doesn't sound like a full crash. Yeah. So same thing with the toms. And if you hit them harder, it actually changes in pitch a little bit, which is pretty cool. So anyway, that's my plug for GarageBand. Let me kind of demonstrate a couple of beats, and then I'll kind of break down how I play those beats. So just some basic stuff. Let's see, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not a drummer, but that's kind of some of the basics. All right, so how does this work in general? These 2 buttons over here, they control hits on the front and hits on the back. So if I hold down my kick drum, I can do just hits on the front. Ready? And if I hold them both down, it'll do hits on the front and the back. Now here's one of the kind of cool things about this. It's kind of like an egg shaker. If you do an egg shaker with like a loose wrist, you get a like a swing pattern, like or so. If I do kind of this loose wrist, you hear that. If I do really loose, it's like ga-dong, ga-dong, ga-dong. And then if I tighten up the wrist a little bit, you get a much straighter, eighth note sound. And I've kind of played around with like different angles over here. Again, I'm not a drummer, so I've found for me, I kind of naturally get a like loud, soft with my right hand, like that. I don't know. But if I do kind of an angle more like this, I get kind of a straighter sound. So I kind of like the swingy sound better. But of course it depends on what kind of style of music you're playing. And that's kind of how it works. That's kind of the basics. The nice thing about this instrument is that, unlike hitting keys or hitting like little pads on a drum machine, or even using like a full drum kit, like the skill level is relatively low for this. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but really you're just keeping time over here, and then just with your other hand. So, and I could speed it up. And then just add in my cymbals. Like that. And that's that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think of any last things. You can hook it up over a USB cable. For me, it doesn't feel like it's lagging any. So if I try to beatbox at the same time, you can see. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, ga, boom, ga, boom, 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 ga, boom, ga, boom, ga, boom, boom, like that. It's a little embarrassing for me. Anyway, all right. So I hope that answers a lot of questions for you. If you have any more, let me know. And thanks a lot. Bye bye.